Outdoors in the Huah room here in Mount Zion, Illinois. Got my good friend Jay Williams with me. Hey Jay, introduce yourself.
Hello.
Jay's, we've known each other for a long time, way back show car days, Mount Zion High School with our daughters and stuff, and reconnected after all that was over and stuff. Started hunting together, and we've been hunting together, oh gosh, 6-7 years now or something like that, pretty hard.
Yeah, maybe longer than that.
So, yeah, it could have been. Well, Jay, tell us what your background is with your hunting career.
For me, it started out with archery. I don't think I killed a deer with a gun or anything till probably I was 35, 62 now. So it's been a long haul for archery. That's where my passion is involved in it. If it's got a string and a stick, it's what's fun to me. Lately, as I get along in life, a little bit more the game, the chess match, getting in front of the deer, setting up is just as important as the shooting the deer itself. So it's funny how your life changes a little bit. You go from that heart pounding in your chest, and I'm not saying that doesn't happen occasionally too, but it goes to the pride on the ground when the animal's laying on the ground.
I was going to say, probably happened last year when you shot your best ever.
Yeah.
168 inch, what was it, 11?
Yeah,
11 point.
11, 12, 13, whatever it takes.
Yeah, and nice. Jay's got a little, I call it a little honey hole spot. He's got a spot in between some public, and it's a pass-through spot, but they're the right day and the right time, man. And last year proved that point big time. He 168 incher on a doe, following a doe. What was that, November? What was that? Do you remember?
It was the first week in November, I think about the 6th or 7th of November.
Yeah, he called me up and said, I got some dragging to do. I need help.
Yeah, they're hard to drag at 62. They're a lot easier to drag.
We're too old for this crap. 60 years old, 62. I hear you. Four-wheeler and a jet sled is much liked at our age. So, all right. Well, we're going to talk a little bit about fall food plots. Real World Wildlife Products. I'm a dealer for Real World. Jay helps me with that some, and you can see some of the products we got in the background here. Clover chicory mix, some of the best in the business. As Real World says, dare to compare. Hunter tested, deer approved. Harvest salad, back over there in the corner. Probably one of the best fall products by itself. It's just awesome. I sell a lot of it to guys. It is good all winter long. Late winter and early into the next spring, even green up in February if you get the temperatures. And you feed them gestational does, recovering bucks. It's an awesome product. It's part of Deadly Dozen. Plot topper is the other part. That's where all your brassicas and stuff come from. And we plant that on our farm in Missouri, and also here. I got a 17-acre patch of woods I hunt that I've killed most of my big bucks on, and got a Deadly Dozen plot right in the middle of the timber, and it usually pans out that it drags a buck along with a doe in there. It's a rut spot, but it drags them in there because they're looking for something to eat. So,
you're kind of the guy to come and ask questions of if you walk up to a store or a box store and you look at it on the shelves and you say, where do I start? You know, that's not part of my game at all. I mean, I didn't do anything with food plots or anything until just recently. And but I've learned so much from him as what works, what doesn't work, where to put it, what kind of soil conditions, testing soil. A lot of what Jeff does is more as valuable as the product in my opinion. You can throw it out on the ground, but you got to have the conditions right to make it work, and it's there a good part of the year, if not all year, and doesn't come back. So
yeah, it's I've learned a ton from, I got my start. I'm 60 now. I got my start when I married to my wife currently, Elaine, and her cousin's husband lived in Missouri there. He lives 8 miles from where our farm is, and and he got me into bow hunting, and I killed my first deer on his place, a button buck with a McPherson with a 75-pound draw and an overdraw on that bow. That'll tell you that a little bit about when that was. And I ended up, this is terrible, but I shot that deer and he run off, and it's just a button buck. I thought it was a doe. This has been almost 30 years ago. And found him bedded, and I had to shoot him again, and I shot him again. He got up and run off. I had to shoot him 3 times. It was terrible. I felt so bad for that deer. I had to shoot him 3 times, but we got the job done, and we did harvest the deer. So, but that was my first ever deer on my buddy Ken's place in Boone County, Missouri. So that got me hooked, and I've been working, already trying to work hard this this fall already, late summer, early fall here. Got my Matthews DXT back out, and last year I bought some 60-pound limbs for it to go away from my 70s to try to get that so I can draw that again. And I've been able to draw it, and I shot 20 some arrows the first night. I just shot 5 the other night just because the skeeters were eating me alive. But trying to get back to shooting that instead of my crossbow all the time. Now I got places where I'll still take my crossbow because of the situation being and we got some ground blinds, and we bought a ground blind the guy had made that we've got set up on a farm. It's really cool. But in different situations, it'll warrant taking the crossbow if we're sitting on the ground, which Jay loves to do. Jay shot the biggest doe I think I've ever seen off my farm in Missouri 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, it's probably been
She
that
was
long
a
ago.
freaking toad, dude. That deer was 140 pounds dressed. I swear she was huge. She's 7 feet long, biggest doe I've seen, and shot her off the ground. It was cool.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this year. Ghost blind. I picked up a ghost blind for a little bit of nothing at a garage sale. And I don't think it had ever been out of the box. Matter of fact, I know it had some of those still in plastic. So I'm kind of trying to figure out this year how to make off the ground work. For me, it's not, I'm lazy, but on the ground is cool, and it's a whole different game, a whole different mix.
Absolutely. You get them deer to walk by you at 5 feet, maybe.
Sometimes.
Oh man, you talk about your heart racing. I don't care if it's a doe or a fawn and they're 5 feet from you. If that don't get you pumped up going, then you need to quit hunting. Anyway, I'm going back to the farm here in a couple days, do some little bit more work. I've got a project I'm doing, and we got to move our hodgepodge. I'm going to move hodgepodge on Jay. We put up my buddy Jeremy, who's part of Huah Outdoors in Missouri. He helped me a year ago. We put in some Macanthus to make a chute to exit, to get out the back of this mobile blind that we got. And I need to move it over there and get it in place. The Macanthus is doing pretty well. Next year it's going to explode and be perfect for it. But it's right there where my fruit orchard is, and that orchard is not producing anything yet other than my crab apples, which made a few crab apples. But it's got clover in there, and it's a good spot. They come through there on their way to our west field, which is corn this year. So with NutriCrave corn.
How tall does that Macanthus get?
Oh, Macanthus is 12, 13 feet tall, easy. I got it in front of all the shooting houses except one, and I ended up having to buy a hedge trimmer that pivots at 90 degrees to cut the tops off so we could shoot out the blind because it's so tall. So I got that last year so we can shoot out that blind, and that's the blind Uriah, my grandson, at 8 or 9 years old, shot him a 140 10-pointer out of that one. So
it's a nice deer.
Oh, for him, I was tickled to death. It was the biggest one he shot so far. So, but yeah, we got a lease down in county south of here that we hunt. We got a couple of good pictures down there of a deer that we're keeping an eye on. This is a big 90-some acre parcel. I think it is 90-some acres. It's mainly timber, so it's kind of hard to hunt a little bit in that sense. But full of acorns. Got three nice draws in it.
And it's surrounded by other timber too, which makes it a little bigger hunt, a little bigger than 90. So, but it's a It's a good spot to spend some time watching a sunrise or a sunset.
Oh, absolutely. And got a lot of birds in it. We both killed birds off of it this spring. It's just it's an hour drive to it, which is a little bit of a detriment, but it's a nice place, and it's it's just I enjoy going there. Jay gets to go there more than me. I got a couple places Jay can't go hunt. Jay's got a place I per se can't go hunt. This one we lease together. Jay comes to Missouri and hunts on the place in Missouri. If we each get a deer down though, we are able to go and help each other. But it's going to be a fun year. I've got 7 nice bucks on the farm in Missouri that have been showing up I got one real regular 9-pointer. I don't know that, to me, I always got to see him on the hoof and without, velvet. But I think he's 4. The more I see him, I think he's 4. It's hard to let him go even at 4 years of age over there, because the neighbors, not all, but most of the neighbors, they'll shoot him. He's probably 145 inches or so as a 9-pointer. He's a nice 9-pointer, but so you like to let them go and grow, but and hope that they make it. But if they walk in front of the wrong person over there, especially rifle season, he's gonna die. So, but we're gonna try to come back at you once a week is my hope for us to come back once a week, and we're gonna try to sit down together and do a hunt report of what we've seen. Is morning movement good, evening movement good, whatever, as the moon phase. I follow the moon phase. I'm a moon guy. If moon's overhead or underfoot, the deer are moving. That's always been my contention. It'll be 100 degrees out, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 100 degrees. And you drive around, why are the deer out? Why is the deer in the bean field? Now, they'll be in the shade. If they can get in the shade, they'll be in the shade. But why is the deer out? Well, you look at the moon phase, it's overhead or underfoot. So I'm a big moon guy. Moon doesn't always trump everything, but it is a lot of bearing on it to me.
Gives you more confidence to be out there.
Yeah, I watched the moon phase. So we both, like I say, I've been hunting a long time. We both got crossbows. Jay shoots
10-point.
10-point. Okay, right. Yeah. And I've got a Scorpid, a little bit different bow. I've had that since 16. Got the most kinetic energy on the market at the time for about 5 years until somebody surpassed it. But it has a longer, it's got a 23-inch bolt in it. So anyway, we're here at Huah Outdoors in Mount Zion, Illinois. If you need anything, I know this is going to be on YouTube and people from all over can see it. If we're too far from you, I don't ship stuff anywhere. So, but if you want the best food plot products in the business, tested. They're always testing new stuff. They're trying to make their beans better. They're trying to make their corn better. They're trying to make everything they sell better. So if they can find something better, they will use it and trade off what they've had in their mix in the past. So find a real world dealer close to you, realworldwildlifeproducts.com. Go to their dealer locator, find it on the web, and you can find a dealer fairly close to you, hopefully, and you can drive and pick it up and don't have to have it shipped. The shipping anymore will kill you. So if you're able to use mineral in your state, of course in Illinois we can't use nothing except rope scrapes, things like that, but if you can use mineral, they got the best mineral. We used to be able to use mineral in Missouri where I'm at, but we can't no more. So but they got the best mineral in the business, I think. And check out their
online
footprint. Everything that's on there, it'll give you fall food plots, spring food plots, fertilizer. They got some really, really good fertilizers that are not just your old 10, 10, 10, 12, 12, 12 from Rural King or from your Tractor Supply or whatever. They got all the micronutrient stuff in it that you need for your plants to make your stuff palatable to the deer. Do a soil test, take the time, do a soil test, spend $7-8 on a soil test, get the right fertilizer for what you need. It will pay big dividends for yourself. So I put in an alfalfa plot 3 years ago now, and it was an old cedar thicket, and it was way off on P and K, and it was going to cost a fortune it was a 1 acre plot. It was going to cost me over $500 to put the P&K on it. And I thought, man, I'm not going to spend that much money all at once. I'm going to wait and see if the price come down. So I did about a third of it. I had some deer in it and stuff, and then last year the prices finally come back off, so I put on everything I needed, and man, the deer are just pounding it. Now, Mike's Mighty Micros is part of that equation right here. Right here in a local place, Okaw Valley Orchards in Bethany. I believe their address is Bethany, Illinois. They're between Bethany and Sullivan, but foliar fertilizer, got all the micronutrients and everything. I put it on my clover. I put it on my beans once this year. I will be putting it on my harvest salad and my plot topper when it comes up later in the fall. Stuff is awesome. It will make your stuff immensely palatable to the deer. So 1 ounce per gallon in your sprayer. So it's just an awesome product, and it's a local guy that's developed this and partnered with a guy, and great product from Okaw Valley Orchard, Mike's Mighty Micros. So we're gonna step out, I think, off of this one, and today is August 5th as we're filming. I've got some a little more work to do. I got my grandson's plot to mow. I'm going to do that over the weekend. I was going to try to do it tomorrow. That's not going to happen probably. I got too much on the plate with my regular job. So, Jay, what do you got coming up?
Deer hunting.
Heck yeah. Oh yeah. It's fun getting pictures. I tell you, I'm just as much into getting my pictures and stuff anymore as filming, and you know, I get more. I ain't shot a deer in 3 years, so I'm picky anymore.
I wasn't going to say anything about that.
I shot the biggest deer of my life 3 years ago when my brother-in-law passed away. The day he passed away, the wife called me and I was bawling in the stand, and I knew that deer was. I had pictures of him from the day before, so got the right wind, went in and hunted. Seen him 4 times before I got to shoot him with a doe, and went 197, two big double flyers and stuff. He's just an awesome deer, and ever since then, of course, I'm picky. So I get these 140s walk by me, and I film them, and I'm on Facebook Live or something, and everybody's like, "What are you doing?"
We got a show coming up too. Don't forget.
And I'm like, "Oh yeah. Oh, perfect. Thank you, Jay." Deer and Beer Expo, Bloomington, Illinois, August 25th, 6th, and 7th, I believe, if memory serves me. Come check us out. We're going to be outside this year. So under the pavilion, come check us out. I'm going to try to have some sales on some stuff. You can pick up Mike's Mighty Micros there at the sale, all our fall stuff. I even got some soybeans I'm going to have that I got. Real World had some leftover soybeans that they marked down. Going to be $40 a bag for soybeans. You want to talk about a early season attractant? Soybeans about that tall in your food plot, they will just hammer them. So if you want to do a little culling, doe maintenance, and hopefully maybe that big buck, that you're after, put some soybeans in your mix in with Deadly Dozen, and you're going to have a definite attractant right there in that food plot with some early soybeans, and then little cotyledons come up. They just love them. So, anyway, Jay, you want to take us out?
Yeah, sure. Basically, we're just we're this show, and I think Jeff's idea is a good idea to have this kind of like this little set down, just 2 regular guys talking about deer hunting. It might be boring sometime, and it might be a little more interesting than you want it to be. You never know.
Well, we're being tamed today, so we'll see what happens in future episodes, but. We're not politically correct. We're like Chasing Giants. I listen to Chasing Giants every week, and Don and Terry, and they get all that hate mail and stuff and feedback. And I don't like purple haired freaks either. So that kind of stuff is not my cup of tea by any means. You do what you want in life, and I'll do what I want. Just don't tell me what to do. So. But I'm gonna try to do a bunch of filming this year while I'm gonna do some Facebook Living. Check me out at Huah Outdoors on Facebook. Gonna do that and try to do a bunch of Facebook Living, and then we'll also have content posted on our Huah Outdoors page on YouTube. My nephew, we've got a drone we went in together. We got a nice drone. My nephew's real good at, all licensed and everything. And then Jay's son-in-law also. So we're gonna have a bunch of drone footage and stuff coming for you as well. So
Not while we're hunting. Not while we're hunting.
no, we know you can't do that. So, but we're gonna do some different. Checking out properties. I got some neighbors in Missouri that want some drone footage of their farms and stuff. That stuff's just super interesting to me. I'll leave you with this. Wear your harness, get a lifeline, never disconnect, and pray for our country. And if you get a chance, talk to the Lord. We all need it. And I kind of had a stressful afternoon today at my regular job, and I'm definitely in need of that. So,
Hey, tell them what, in case they don't know, tell them what Huah means.
oh yeah, Huah. Well, I had a guy I used to hunt with, a buddy. We're still friends, but we don't hunt together much anymore. We kind of drifted apart. But for full disclosure and that, and he always told me when I come to pick him up, I always did the driving. And he's like, you're always in a daggum hurry. Hurry up and hunt, he said. Hurry up and hunt. So that's where Huah came out of. Hurry up and hunt. Huah. Got it on my license plate on my truck. And he made me a metal sign I still got. It's over at the farm in the changing room. And it's what she stands for. Hurry up and hunt.
Take a youngin' with you. Take a young person with you.
Absolutely. I've got my grandson going. My grandson Graydon is going with me the next couple of days. Taking him to the farm. We're going to do some fun stuff. We're going to set some scrapes up. We're going to shoot his bow. I got a project that I need help with. He's going to be helping me with that. And we're going to get Hodgepodge moved. And we'll have some video of that and stuff. And yeah, take a kid hunting. Nothing more rewarding watching your grandson or a friend or a young person that just shoot their first deer or their 10th deer. You know, when we go to the farm and gun hunt, I haven't shot a deer over there, and these guys are like, is he big enough to shoot? I go, well, shoot him. If you want him, shoot him. So I have more enjoyment almost out of that, basically kind of being a guide. I'm not really a guide, but it's my farm, and I go try to, change it up, set with Jay, set with a couple of the other guys and stuff, and we usually kill 3 or 4 deer over there gun season. So Greg seems to be the killer over there. He's not picky. So
yeah, I don't know what he's got it pretty good, I think.
Well, he's shooting that old iron sight 30-30 that one year. That was awesome. The old 30-30 lever action iron sight. He put 2 down that year. So with it, I may get that old Italian rifle out that I acquired. That sucker 7.62, I think. It's not a 308. It's an odd caliber. I had to special order some rounds for that. But it's an Italian World War II rifle, and it's got iron sights. I may break that out and see if I can knock down a skinhead with that. So
I'll believe it when I see it. He like to grow them, not necessarily
I know
shoot
it.
'em.
No, come on, man. That's fun growing them. So anyway, all right, we'll be at you hopefully here in a week. And back at you with more Huah Outdoors. Oh, it wasn't even recording.
Did it quit? I went through all my material.
I don't know. Uh-oh.
What?
It's still recording.